So those are 4 lessons I learned participating in game jams, and why you should keep to these lessons that we will tell you right now until the end of the jam and after the game jam. So game jams are a nice, really nice place to start practicing and showing off your skills in game making. It doesn't matter the area you're on. You may be a music maker, you want to make music for video games, you are an artist, you are a 3D modeler, animator, a game dev, a level designer, a game designer, anything. So, first of all, if you don't know what a game jam is just a bunch of people join together for a really small time to make something that works, or to make a game in that really, really small time schedule. Usually, later on game jams were mainly done in person, on a place where you gather around. I've done a couple game jams myself that way, and it's amazing. But nowadays, we have a lot of online game jams, and they are amazing as well. But if you want to make the best, to take out the best of the game jam, you need to do some things. First of all, lesson number one, you can do it. A lot of people say, no, it's too short time, 24 hours is not enough, 48 hours is not enough, a week is not enough, 3 hours is not enough yet. You can do a game in 3 hours. You can do, you just can't do like a Zelda Breath of the Wild or a Skyrim or a GTA game, but you can do just like a small Flappy Bird or something like that. Any small game, you can do it. So start, go, try. If you want to make games, the best place to start is game jams. The second lesson, your idea, it doesn't matter how small you try to make it, will be bigger than the scope of the jam. How's about that? This game here, it was for the last game jam I entered. I've been away from games from almost a year, more than a year now, and I came back and I decided to come back on the game jam. So this game here is really simple. Let me show it. Uh, the theme of the game jam was the resurrection of Christ. So there's the story here. You find Jesus. He gave you a mission, and you need to cleanse darkness. And in my first idea, I wanted to make just like this. The player will have some abilities, not just one. They will walk around. They will uh, scare off enemies with their light. They will unlock beacons of light like this one, and they will cleanse the land from darkness. My idea was to add like a fog of war from strategy games to be the darkness. I wanted to add a lot of enemies, a lot of types of enemies, more skills to the player, like a skill tree, and like a dozen beacons the player needs to unlock. But right before I started, when my first prototype took like 3 hours to make, I had a week, almost a week to finish, but I couldn't work all the week, of course, just some hours per day. And then after I did just my small movement prototype, I saw no, it's too much. Then I made it really small. I just cut off a lot of my ideas. I decided to add like 3 enemies, 1 boss, 5 beacons, and lava and other stuff. And no, it also didn't work. So I decided no boss, 3 beacons, and 1 enemy. For my surprise, I managed to add a second enemy, and not a boss, and not a I couldn't even add UI. I just added messages in like on screen. So here's the final final scene. And yeah, it doesn't matter what do you plan for your jam, it will be bigger than the time you have. But there's one thing here. Don't try to go so small. Think big. If you think, oh, I try to do that, try a first prototype in the first possible minutes or a couple hours. There you can see, this will be really too much, or okay, it's just too much, not really too much. Then if it's just too much, you try to go with it, and then when you're halfway uh, to the end of the gen, you can cut things out. And then, oh yes, it's too much for what I have or not. So I got like I I submitted the game 14 hours before the deadline, and I couldn't submit it after that because I couldn't work on the game later on. But I wake up on the middle of the night and I saw there were like 5 hours left, and I decided not to add anything because I was tired, but I could add something. So yeah, it will be bigger than the gen scope, but also it may drive you or give you nice ideas. Like I had some ideas for other games starting from this one. And talking about other games, uh, but before that, let me tell you about the third problem we may face, or you may face, that I faced, almost everyone faced. Organization. Can you see here? Try to make this bigger. My file system. You know, you can see there. There are no folders here. It's a mess. On a small game like this, I can find everything here. That's okay. But at the end of the game, I was looking for where's that? I even forgot the name of the thing I was looking for, and that's why we try to add some like folders to make a more organized structure so you can find things easier. And if you think that's not a problem, let me show you something here. This is the last big game I worked on. I worked as a level designer. It's Narcolid. You can check it on Steam. Narcolid here. Let me add the link here. And it's a Metroidvania 2D game. Huge. It's a huge game. So here is the game project. Let me show you some things here. Let's go to the level master. We have a white. No. Yeah, maybe this one. Here. So let's open the first area, the base. There's the base area. No, the first area is the spaceship. And here, just in the spaceship area, there's a real lot of stuff here. A lot. It's a lot. A whole lot of stuff in one area. And there are a lot of scripts. So many. You get yourself overwhelmed too quickly if you don't organize. So even in small game gen, you don't need organization at first. Just go with prototyping, but try to make things a bit less clumsy or a chaos, a bit less chaos as I did here. Everything in the same folder, just like with scenes, audio, graphics, or art, and that's okay. You split it in, you organize it a bit better than I did, and it might be easier for you to look out for things. And when your game starts, it's just one level. Let me show you. I think I can load all levels here. Load all levels. And I see the game is huge. It is huge. And when the game starts to get bigger and bigger, it's become a mess. You get yourself lost in no time. So try to go easier, go more organized. I'm not showing a gem game here. This is my game from our studio, Lotus Mountain. My gen game is just this one. It's okay, you can do it. You can leave it a mess, but now I want to make the game better. Of course, I should start from scratch, but I want to try some things here first. So I need to go back here and organize everything. I need to spend time doing that. That wouldn't spend time at all if I did from the start. You don't need to overdo it. You don't need to organize everything at the finest details. You just need to organize it just a little bit. And okay, here is our game. And just check. Okay. So maybe you think, oh, it's not too big. Let me show you like the size of a character. All the way here. And this is the size of a character. The tiny little thing here. And if you don't organize, then you get in trouble. It's too big. And yeah, that's the third problem. And the fourth problem to finish this, don't give up. Oh, my game is not finished. My game is a mess. I don't like it. Submit it. If you think I cannot work more on it and you still have time, go and work more. But if you really can't, like you have other work to do or other things to do, okay, I cannot go further with that. Submit it. Even if it's not finished, even if you don't qualify for anything of the gen, if you don't get any prizes, just do it. Go and submit the game. The last game I entered, it was a really small game jam, only 21 participants, but only 3 submitted. Only 3. And a lot of people had a lot of nice game ideas, and they have a week to try something, they then didn't do it. So don't do that. Go and submit it and show what you did. Even if it's just a small tiny bit, or if it's a mess, or if it's a chaos, or you don't have a finished level or anything, just do it. And that's it for my gen advices. Thank you for watching. Subscribe and hit the like button if you are on YouTube, and follow as well.